Welcome to the Culture Outlet Show. I'm your host, Malik Davis, and we're here with special guest Gabriel Cannon from season 2 of Claim to Fame, the winner of Claim to Fame. Welcome, Gabriel. How are you doing?
Yo, yo.
What made you want to apply to be on Claim to Fame?
Like, you have so many other shows. So what made you want to go to Claim to Fame?
Right. I think it wasn't that I applied for it. I was just just living my life, man, working in the community. I teach acting and improv at the probation office in the Inland Empire, man. And I was just checking my Instagram one day and I got this message and I read it, but us Hollywood baby, sometimes some stuff is like, we seen a lot of fool's gold. You know what I'm saying? So when I read this, it was like, man, I don't know if this real or not. But he's still full of faith. Fame, they hit me up out of nowhere. I didn't know this show exists. They told me to watch season 1. I watched season 1 and I was like, man, this show was created for me, man. What's up? I'm ready. Let's
It's your
go.
time to shine now, right?
Right. I was like, hold on. We still got to go through a casting process. You ain't made it yet now. Just let you know. But I made it through the casting process and man, God is good.
Okay, great. Well, that's great to know. It's great to know you did improv for the probation office. So that's great to know. During the season, we saw you sway the competitors to think that your celebrity relative was an athlete. How hard was it for you to do that, or how easy was it? Like, are you used to? I'm not gonna say lying, but are you used to putting on a persona for people? How hard was it?
It wasn't hard, man. Like, to be honest, because of my stature, because of my size, people ask me that all the time. Like, people believe that in my real life that I'm an athlete. Like, somebody will come up to the grocery store if I'm in the grocery store and be like, "Hey, are you an athlete?" I'm 6'3". And I've heard that throughout my life. And then I've heard, how much I don't look like my brother. I hear that every time people expect Nick Cannon's brother to come. I see those eyebrows raised and I'm like, man, you stop playing. You mean Wesley Snipes, brother? But yeah, man. So it was easy, man. But then, I threw in little clues. I don't know if you remember the little Heisman pose I did. At the beginning, and then one of the Jonas brothers, I think it was Kevin Jonas, he actually was like, "Do you think that was a clue?" And it was like, man, if he's catching on to it and not even catching on to it, he subliminally, accidentally spreaded a message for me. You know what I mean? So I was able to, I think I'm the first contestant who was able to use the Jonas brothers to sell their illusion.
Right. A lot of people thought he was related to Lamar Jackson from the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, really?
A lot of people on Twitter, because every night when the show come on, it was trending top 5, top 10 on Twitter, and a lot of people was like, he's related to Lamar. And then we got that big old switch, and we was like, what was going on? So right. You created bonds with Jr., Chris, Monet, aka Jerica. Now we know that the show's her name is Jerica.
Hey, she's still Monet to me. She's still Monet.
Still Monet to you, okay? Monet. Okay, so now that the show's over, how is your relationship with the rest of your castmates?
I love them, man. We created a bond that I think is unforgettable, irreplaceable. Like, even the strategic casting, by Kinetic, it was like, I don't know what formula they are using, but they got some magic sauce over there for sure to just
right.
Strategic people in the same room to where we're able to bounce off each other. We're able to clash with each other, but still come back together. I think one of the main things was, we all had a common understanding of what it was to be right beside the light. Like, if you look in the sun, or if you ever been on stage and the light is so bright, you can't really see the people in the front row. You can see everybody else, and to have those seats we can see the front row, but we can't be seen. Like, we can see the stage from the front, but we can't be seen. And I think that united us almost forever, because we're still forever going through this journey. We're all still at a similar place in life. Now what? Now what do we do next? We're all coming together.
Yes, that's my next question for you. So I know you do music, you tap into your music abilities. Will we see you on another show, see you on different appearances? What's next for you?
Man, I got love for ABC, man. ABC came over here and
We
shot.
love ABC. Shout out to
Man, they
ABC.
came and shined this light on me, man. You see on the show, like I'm a ride with who ride with me for sure. So I got some television shows. I've been in the backyard, so I've been preparing all this comedic timing ain't come out of nowhere. So I got some stuff, that I definitely want to put on people's desks, on people's tables, some funny stuff, some game shows, and whoever else out there, I'm loyal, baby, but I need a check card. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like,
we're gonna see you on another ABC show. So
I would love the whole ABC mantle on my chest. I want to get some ABC T-shirts made. ABC, I love you. What's happening?
Brian, Nick feel about you being on the show? Did you tell him before you went on, or how did that work?
He felt good. I've said on other outlets he was a little hesitant, but I think he knew it was time, man. And I don't want to say that, not trying to be humble, but it's like, yo, he gonna go on there and kill it. I think he know his little brother, so he know, hey, man, I know you better do what you're supposed to do. So he was excited for me. Nick is super busy, so you can tell Nick one thing, and it's like you tell him again, it's like you just, it's like, oh yeah, you know what I mean. So he's juggling a lot. He's super busy, so. I definitely had his blessing, man. He didn't expect nothing less, man. I can't imagine what he would say if I did.
I can see what he could say. It would be nice.
Oh man, they comedians, man. Like I would probably have to deal with like those jokes and those comedians for the rest of my life. So that was a lot of the pressure too, man. Like imagine being on the set a while and now they had done lost claim to fame. Like man, they would get me, man.
In your clue, it was a lot of babies, on the clue. So how is it to be an uncle to that many nieces and nephews?
It's amazing, man. It's 5 of us. You know what I mean? My dad got 5 boys, so we come from being on top of each other. I think that's why we cut a little different. You know what I mean? We had to wrestle for the last little piece of chicken on the table and cornbread. You know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful. You got all these personalities, and then we already got a heart for giving back to people. So to train up the next generation, it's a beautiful thing, and we got a lot of training to do. So I want Hollywood to be prepared, to be paying attention, because there's a lot going over here in the Cannon family, and we got a lot coming for y'all because we don't play football, man.
Y'all about to be the next biggest family in Hollywood.
Hollywood, baby.
Thank you again for tuning into the Culture Outlet Show. Shout out to Gabriel Cannon, and remember, you are the culture.